I'm Dr. Bruce Finklea, and I teach mass communication. So this is my 8th year teaching at the University of Montevallo. I did my undergrad here in mass communication. I concentrated in journalism, worked at WBTM in Birmingham for a couple of years, and then went to grad school, got my PhD, and found my way back here. So the really cool thing about being a mass comm professor is I get to kind of dabble in two worlds. I can do traditional research and publications. I also get to do creative scholarly work. So lately what I've been doing are more on the creative side, so producing shows and commercials and stuff like that. I'm in the process of researching to update our media effects textbook that I co-authored with Dr. James Bryant. So I get the best of both worlds with that. So I just found out that I won the video commercial category for the National Broadcasting Society's Professional Alumni Production Competition. It was a commercial that I shot for our campus newscast, Vallow Vision News. Shot it right here in the studio. And so I worked with my students on that project and sent that in and got a national award out of it. So that's been the big thing this year is winning that. So my love of Montevallo started way before I was a college student. I was actually in the 3rd grade and I went to an elementary school about 20 minutes away from campus and there was a young authors conference that was hosted here on campus, and to this day I remember the story that I wrote before that competition. It was about a ghost in a Toys R Us toy store, and so we got to come to campus, present our stories, meet with some local authors, and I just remember, my mom and dad drove me over and we got on campus, and as a 3rd grader, I was like, wow, this is what a college is like. And so over the years, I continued to come back to campus for a lot of different writing events and workshops and stuff like that. And so when it was time to apply for college, by that point I was like, well, Montevallo is it. So long before the university ever had the You Belong at Montevallo campaign, I knew that I belonged at Montevallo. So much so that Montevallo was the only university I applied to. Luckily I got in and that worked. And then during my 4 years as an undergrad here, it was such a time of personal growth and development. I made friendships that to this day still impact my life. I made mentors that, now that I've come back to teach here, the people that mentored me as a student are now my colleagues, but still very much mentors and friends. And so those relationships have continued to grow and change. And so now, I've been teaching here for almost a decade, and this is the only place I ever wanted to teach. When I decided that I wanted to leave the newsroom to go back to the classroom, I always said, well, Montevallo is where I'd love to end up. And lucky for me, Montevallo called me home for my first teaching job. I just love this university. And I told them in my job interview, I was like, if you offer me this job, I will accept it, and my intention is to retire from here. Because to me, Montevallo is a special place, and it's something that you're not going to get somewhere else. So for me, this was the only place that I would want to belong, is here at Montevallo.